broadcast is recording.
Ooh, the billiard ball paradox. Sorry, now I'm stuck on closed time-like curves.
You would be.
You brought up time travel, and it's like nerd sniping. It's like, ooh, I've got to go think about that for 6 hours now.
Yeah, I mean, one of the answers to time travel is that it's possible, but it always just ends up being self-consistent somehow.
Yep.
Convenient.
Which, maybe that's how it works, and that would be kind of disturbing and also render time travel mostly kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Except maybe for moving stuff around, actually.
If you
What
could
we
generate...
really want it for, right? Is
if
to
you could...
move stuff around.
I forget what it's called. It's some thought experiment, but if you could generate closed time loops, you could use them to immediately derive the answers to impossible questions or very difficult questions. So, like, if you wanted to, for example, find the two extremely large prime factors of an extremely large number, which is how computer encryption schemes work, if you don't know, you can basically just write it down on a computer, essentially, send it backwards in time in such a way that if the answer you get back from the future is not the correct answer, then that's just acausal. So you have to get the correct answer back from the future,
yeah.
And it would be instantly break all encryption all over the entire world. So that would be fun, but
the nerdiest fucking use of time travel. We break a pair of hackers invent time travel to break the global banking system, and also that's kind of the plot of Steins Gate, I think.
I think
yeah,
that sounds like an incredibly practical use of time travel.
It would also make very, very difficult calculation and time-consuming calculations happen instantly. So you could, I need a supercomputer to solve this tricky math problem or physics problem or whatever, and it's just done for you. Like, you don't know how because you've abused causality for your own nefarious ends, but...
Yeah, because...
It's still nefarious if it, continues to be a problem.
Yeah, because you create a circumstance where it's causally impossible for you to receive a wrong answer.
Yeah, I used to know how it worked better, but...
Yeah. So, breaking encryption, maybe moving stuff around, but like the cool uses of time travel, like changing history, like, that's probably a no-go, unfortunately.
No. Nope.
If it's possible at all. Anyway, so this is the stream for the second stream for the Jungles of Tharn.
Hooray!
We all excited?
Hooray!
Did you not hear the hooray?
I don't know.
I don't get excited about anything that doesn't have an echo.
I'm not.
Tharn,
Well, I mean, Rob said hooray and
There
I
you
said
go.
hooray, which
Now
is
I'm
kind of an
excited.
echo, right?
So, I don't know. It seems like only seems like a 2 on the jubilation scale. And fuck, I was gonna say something. Anyway, I apologize if things are short. Once again, I'm in the middle of moving and dealing with extremely stupid workplace drama bullshit.
Oh no.
Sorrow's crown of sorrows.
Just... Josh, you're with me on this one.
Yep.
This is fucking stupid, right? Like,
Oh no, it's stupid on a number of levels. Yeah.
just... Why does this shit happen, anyway?
I don't know.
It's nothing serious, but it's pointlessly stressful.
Right.
I'm sorry. That stinks.
But tis. Anyway. Josh gets that. None of you do. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, so So today we have Anne as Dracena, Heretic as Cu, John as Donko, right?
Donko, yeah.
Lord Christmas as Gunwing, and
Oh, yeah.
Rob as Deke. Still sticking.
Oh, you're not gonna say the full name? Oh, okay.
No, I'm not gonna say like 3 fucking sentences every time I want to refer to your character.
Decay is an extant form of life. Is that what it is? I'm not looking at the sheet.
It's decay. Decay exists. Yes, decay exists as an extant form of.
Oh, okay,
And
I was close.
Thank you for reminding me that I need to pull up the character sheet because it's not in Roll20.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, Anne made a bunch of wonderful character art, which you can see as tokens over here.
All our creepy little guys.
My guy is magnificent.
I was gonna say these are all very friend-shaped. I don't know what you're talking about.
Friend shaped.
I'm not
Oh.
sure. I'm not sure Dracena and Deke are friend-shaped.
The bird dude is friend shaped if you ignore the gun. Unless it's a friend shaped gun.
I'm a chameleon.
Fair.
Also, I'm going to have to downscale this image to get it to be useful as a thumbnail because it's over 2 megabytes. But Anne also made.
Okay, I'm working in Adobe and I don't understand it.
Nobody understands it.
Better that way.
Ooh, yes.
Good stuff.
Can't move my token.
No, you need.
I don't think we have.
No one
control
can, it's fine.
Just create a character sheet for yourselves. I think you can do that now.
Oh.
I did last
Oh, I
time.
did, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, so create a character sheet, name it after your character, and I'll assign your token to your character sheet so that you can pull it out later.
Done.
Does Gunwing have night vision? I don't believe so.
Yeah, he's got something. Yeah. Night vision.
Okay, night vision.
Up to 60 feet.
Clever.
Oh, it's the picture of the plant dude. Yes. Not at all
Gunwing.
creepy.
There he goes. You should be able to.
Lachna.
You
Yeah.
should be able to control the Gunwing token now, Josh.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Featureless white plane.
White box battles, the best battles of all,
There we go.
because balance in competitive games and balance in cooperative games are exactly the same.
I'm always saying this.
These are not incompatible notions at all.
There's the thought.
Cena. Alrighty, and you should be able to move your token.
Okie dokie. Hooray.
Rob, you should be able to control your token.
Yep.
John, you should be able to control Donko.
Indeed.
You also has night vision. Excellent. Alrighty. Alrighty. So everybody should be able to control their tokens. If there's anyone that it's not true for, please let me know. So let's get into the session's get to know your character question. So prior to leaving the your town of Sorrow's End on this quest to retrieve another Burning Stone, what was your character's what was your character's ambition in life? And if nobody's...
Donko wanted to eat the biggest sandwich ever.
Wow, it's gonna be
said
so
it
hard to
couldn't be
beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I can go from there.
I feel like we can achieve that for you fairly easily.
Yeah, I don't really know why you're here.
Well, except here's the problem. What is this sandwich of which he speaks?
Mm.
It's
Interesting.
a quest, all right, it's important.
You had a vision of
All
some
right.
sort of food between some sort of other food.
If that's the way we're going to do it, then Gunwing's ambition was to first find and then defeat his arch rival.
Who is?
He doesn't know who that is.
He doesn't.
He's looking for an arch rival who he can then defeat.
So he desires a nemesis,
Yes.
a
And an
Well-
indefatigable one.
a Kazmesis, if you will.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because Nemesis, yeah,
It was a
has the
mediocre Star
implication
Trek
that-
movie.
you're the bad guy.
Alrighty. So who else?
CU wants to find a weapon that he can charge with his electricity to employ mighty power.
So power is his means and end. Okay.
Like some instrument of the ancients.
Noted. Anne, what was Dracina's ambition in life?
This is ambition, like, at home ambition?
Well, I mean, just in life in general. I mean, you've just been shanghaied onto this quest for a holy object.
Yeah. I think, Dracina was, cataloging all of the plant life in their area and trying to figure out how to, like, grow new plant people.
All right. And what about Deke?
Deke's ambition was to establish some sort of communication with more of his kind, and hopefully form some sort of myconic colony.
My colony.
Yeah, sure. If you wanted to abbreviate it like that, then yes.
So I guess running into Latna, I guess, was pretty exciting for Dracina, but they were like a plant with eyes rather than more sort of like a humanoid plant. So
Yeah, they didn't seem to be ambulatory.
yeah.
That's a fun word,
Wait.
ambulatory.
Something that wasn't ambulatory was like on sabbatical.
Yes.
Okay.
Boy, that does
Cool.
raise some questions.
Yeah.
You can have a sabbatical just chilling at home, I guess.
Staycation.
Yeah, but from what I mean, it would if you listen
Was I a
back in the
traitor?
recording, it seems pretty obvious through implication that Latna didn't live there. But
Right.
how does Latna move? Great question.
Well,
Anyway.
right.
Perhaps it has airborne pods that it can transfer its consciousness into.
Interesting
Man, I
theory.
wish I had airborne pods I could transfer my consciousness into.
Right.
Transhumanist AirPods.
That sounds real chill.
Transhuman there. Yeah. I'd do it and then I'd launch it into space.
Steve Jobs didn't die; they just scanned his brain using AirPods.
Yeah.
You can't prove that that's not what happened.
Yeah, because that's not how logic works. But that's great. It's good to have hope.
And of course, AirPods now are just a means of brain scanning everyone now, so that they can copyright your brain pattern.
Who buys $200 AirPods or however much they cost? I don't get it.
Yeah, they're just too fucking expensive for like these shitty tinny speakers.
Yeah, the real move is to buy them off of someone who has severe buyer's remorse and will give you to them for a third of the price.
I just buy JLab products because they're inexpensive and I don't care if they break.
That would work too, I guess.
I mean, you're also a Linux user, so like,
Well, yes. My primary word processor is Emacs, and I do have a glorious beard, but that's beside the point.
average Linux user.
I worship at the throne of the Free Software Foundation.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I didn't pay for software. It's online for free.
Also,
It's legal.
I was showing Josh actually a couple days ago that some guys actually made basically a Linux version of a Game Boy, which is pretty aesthetic.
Yeah.
You can go look up and dig an image of that and post it in the chat if you want. But yeah, it's just such a radically different aesthetic from fucking Apple's visual design stuff, where it's just like, hey, want a featureless white sphere? Here you go. It'll be $3,000.
Who doesn't want a featureless white sphere?
Me.
Fair.
Only if it's translucent plastic.
Yes, and I have the opinion that sort of translucent plastic on electronics era was the height of technological aesthetics.
Those multicolored 1990s N64s, those were the best. It's all been downhill since then.
The decline and fall of Western civilization, truly.
Yep. I mean, let's put it this way. The 90s were great, and we had the multicolored and translucent N64s. And now we don't, and things suck. That's causality.
Yeah.
Physics.
That is hard to argue with.
That's right. Because it's stupid.
Correlation is causation. Period.
More and more people are saying it.
Yeah. So it must be true, right? Because
Yeah.
these things correlate, right? What is spurious correlation? I don't know.
Oh god. Soccer iOS Linux kernel.
Anyway, so you're out in the jungles of Tharn. So something I didn't expand upon last time was you're bound to find this out eventually, but you're not on Earth.
Okay.
And the day is longer. It's about twice as long, actually. But the good news is that the night is such that you can generally see things pretty decently. So basically, there's 2 resting periods, one in the afternoon and then one later at night. And things only go dark once every 20 days, fully dark. And when that happens, you don't want to do anything. But that's in the far future for you. That's fine. Also, it means that this adventure, that unfortunately, and your image is slightly inaccurate because the sky isn't blue, actually. Anyway, that's more
Well, cool. What color is the sky?
Oh, it's sort of an emerald green.
You can work with that. Well, so that's great for photosynthetic skin. There's just light all the time.
What is respiration? Anyway,
I'll let you know when I find out.
your breathing is now on manual.
Fuck's sake.
Hey, at least I didn't remind you of the game.
Well, except no, you just did.
Well, how am I supposed to say that without reminding you of the game?
Photosynthesis has nothing to do with breathing.
Plant. So, It's not breathing
Some
per se,
plants
but
respirate, but
it's not breathing per
they
se,
like put out water.
but plants do have sort of awake and rest cycles, like animals do. And like animals, the sleep cycle is actually part of, sustaining yourself, right? So, if you put a normal, ordinary earth plant in just constant sunlight 24/7, it's probably not going to do great, but...
According to this post I found on Stack Exchange, it's not physically possible to, like, if you had, like, any planet with any kind of atmosphere with nothing in it, it will apparently always be blue.
Ah.
And so in order to make the atmosphere green, you have to have something there in the atmosphere that would absorb that light and spit it back out as green light. This post suggests aeroplankton.
Also magic? Maybe magic.
Yeah.
Techno-magic?
Magic could be green.
I believe it's
Mutation.
octarine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Octarine eyes.
The color of magic.
Yeah. Octarine eyes.
Anyway, so you wanted to go to the shoreline and find a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so unfortunately, I still don't have the hex map finished. God, I got Worldographer on a discount, and now I'm struggling to learn it. It's a good program overall, but it's a process. Lets you do nested maps. It's cool. Anyway, so it's going to cost you all. I already know you ate one ration so far, but it's going to cost you all an additional ration as you walk towards the shoreline. And you'll arrive there during the night phase, the active night phase, where the world is being lit up by the gas giant you're orbiting, Joule, which is pretty. So it's pretty. So you can see things pretty well, even though it's technically night.
Planet shine.
Yes, planet shine, like moonlight, except more. And you come across, in sort of a distance a little bit, you come across what looks like a fishing village of some sort, but it seems to have be overgrown with strange purple growths.
Are they plant?
You'd guess that they're maybe some kind of fungal in nature?
Mm-hmm. Is this the garbage worshippers village?
You were just... that was described as Garbage Island, and this is not an
Oh,
island.
yes. Okay, so this is the shore.
So you're seeing this from a distance. Do you want to approach the village or go someplace else, or...
Should we skirt around it by the shore so we can see if there's any boats
Did we
down
send
there?
our mushroom man to explore the mushrooms?
I would love to explore some mushrooms.
Well, something fungal, anyway, not necessarily mushrooms.
So, Deke, you want to go alone and scout out the village?
Alone
I
seems
can-
bad.
I can come along with you. I can set them on fire if needed.
Hell yeah, the non-mammalian crew.
Yeah.
Well, only one of you's a mammal.
Yeah.
Donko. And he's got about 2 neurons to work with.
Hey! Wait, no.
Yeah.
You resemble that remark.
Yeah, too dumb to be offended.
I love a malapropism.
Internet Explorer reaction times.
Ouch.
Anyway,
But fair.
anyway, so Dracaena and Deke are going to go into the village to see what's going on, right?
Mhm.
So as you approach the village more closely, you see that the natural sort of jungle terrain seems to give way to this sort of array and mesh of these weird fungal growths that are predominantly this sort of sickly purple in color, that seem to be matting the floor of the village and covering buildings and all sorts of, and it's just sort of all over the place in weird growths and columns and shit. And you do see that there does seem to be some boats that were tied off to the end of the dock.
Is there any fungus in the water?
There are splotches of fungus out in the water, yes.
Okay.
So, as you're standing there pondering this situation, one sort of clump of fungal growth seems to sprout legs and turn around towards you. It seems to be this, some sort of pig that's been sort of entirely infested with this fungal thing.
Mm.
And it starts
right there.
And it starts ambling towards you.
Fungal police. Can't stand them.
Okay.
You gonna let it amble?
I'll try and call out and be like, "Hey, friend." See if it responds.
It's going to approach within about 30 feet of you, and it does not respond to your call, but it then releases. It then breathes out, releasing this huge cloud of spores.
Okay. Can I meet that cloud of spores with a flaming ray?
Give me a dexterity check. So D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay, let me double check. The agility modifier?
Yeah, agility. Sorry, I'm gonna use these terms interchangeably.
It's all good.
Because I got brain rot for so many years with the dungeon game. Which this game is totally distinct from.
What dungeon game? Never.
In a
Doesn't
legal
exist.
manner. Alrighty, it didn't get a very good roll, so... Can you beat a 6? Yes.
14.
Alrighty, give me your damage roll for your...
Alright, I haven't used this yet, sorry.
Should be
20 feet long, 15 feet wide. Toughness, 2d6.
So it should be half of
Is
your
that toughness divided by 2d6?
Yeah, so it's toughness divided by 2 in d6s. So half of
Oh,
your toughness.
lord, okay. So I have my toughness modifier.
No, your toughness, period.
Toughness? Oh, my toughness is 19.
Yeah, so it does so it does that rounded up, so that does 10d6.
Cool. That's not, sorry, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, that is,
Is that not what you wanted?
That's not ideal. 40.
40, excellent damage. So the fungal pig is lit up as you set fire to the spores, and it seems to light up quite readily as it sort of falls to the ground and turns into this sort of burning heap, as you can hear rustling and more of growth seem to rip themselves off of walls and amble towards you, some of which appear to be infected badgermen and pigs and that sort of thing.
Seems bad.
Yeah.
maybe. So they wouldn't respond to language, but I wonder if they would respond to maybe a competing spore cloud.
Yeah, can you spore? Can you?
I sure
anything like
can.
that?
I
Okay.
feel like probably the best move here would be to try and put them to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I will. See, the problem is I have to be within 20 feet of or within a 20 feet radius of them. So if this goes wrong, we'll be saying goodbye to Deke. How close are they right now again?
They're moving pretty slowly, so let's just do a random encounter distance roll.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to rush in after you, and try to get you out of there. But I'm assuming, even though I'm a plant, I breathe, or no?
Yes.
Yeah, so I would need to stay away from your spores.
So they'll be like 50 feet away from you right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think maybe that's a last resort kind of move.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good old expeditious retreat, right? We could always.
Yeah, I do have a few improvised grenades, but I don't think we need to use that here. We could try to get out to the island. Is there fungus on the boat or just in the water?
There's some fungus in the water. One of the boats definitely looks heavily encrusted with fungus, but one of the
Okay.
but there is at least one boat that looks like it's been sort of tied out to a rope, so it's sort of floating out a decent distance, and it doesn't seem to be terribly affected.
See that? I feel like of the two boats, definitely the non-fungal boat.
What? You don't want to take the fungus boat?
Yeah.
You know,
we're gonna
I
take
love
them-
a fungus boat, but
Yeah.
I think
but,
it's important that we respect people's decision not to be fungus, even though I think it is the wrong move, and I don't want to impose that on Dracena.
Yeah, we hear like, obviously these badgermen and pigs are ambling towards us. Do I hear anything that sounds like non-fungal encrusted creatures moving in the village?
Nah, you don't hear any speaking or anything.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I think we should fall back and join our party and tell them there's some weird stuff. Weird purple fungus stuff.
Alrighty, so you're going to just run away.
Bravely. We're going to bravely.
Yeah.
I want that on record.
Let me just double check your movement rates.
I'm cravenly running away. I don't care. Sensibly, cravenly, it all works.
Speed.
Sir Robin bravely runs away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're good, and yeah, you're both good to run away. So you run away, an expeditious retreat of sorts, you could say. Not copywritten. And you look back after you get a good distance away from the village. The encrusted badgermen and pigs seem to, after you get a certain distance, seem to just sort of fall to the ground and lay there.
Oh.
Honestly, big mood.
You know, really.
Yeah.
Big mood. It's like Snorlax, the most mood Pokemon.
Damn, it's true.
Fun fact: Snorlax was based on one of the programmers of the Pokemon game. Anyway, so you run back to your party, and I assume report news of this fungal village.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fungus, but they were not fun guys.
Oh.
And that should mean a lot, coming from me.
You said one boat looks like it might not be encrusted.
Correct.
Well, Gunwing, if you could do a flyover, I could swim out to it if you can confirm that it's empty inside.
Sure.
I also feel like we could, I've got torches. We could light up a torch and try to burn the fungus in the water that's like on the water.
Well, I mean, I'll be swimming under the water. I'll be able to swim around it, hopefully. Or I won't be near it.
Right. But if we're headed out to that trash island or whatever across, we don't want the fungus following us. We don't.
Well, it went inert after you ran away.
Right.
I'll just steal a boat.
So,
If it's safe, then.
so Gunwing, you do a fly around, eyeing up the village. It definitely seems to be totally sort of encompassed with this fungal infestation of some sort. But you are able to confirm that the boat does appear to be fungus free.
Okay.
What about the water around it?
There's a couple splotches of fungus around it, but you could probably navigate it if you're being careful.
Fungus among us.
Is it just tied up by like one tether?
Yeah.
All right. Does somebody have a spear I could borrow?
Spear. Let's see.
You have throwing axes and knives.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
that's
true. I
fair
got some
enough.
daggers, but not a spear. Is there something specific about a spear that you need?
In case I need length to saw at it from under the water.
Ooh. Well.
We were all axe people, so we brought axes.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
here.
well, so here's the plan though. What if one were to fashion a spear using like rope, some sort of rod or branch, and a dagger or an axe?
You could definitely fashion an improvised weapon of that sort, which I think would be classified as a two-handed simple weapon.
Okay, yeah, if somebody can loan me a dagger, we can make that.
All right, as long as you promise to give it back.
But yeah, well, hold on to my great axe while I'm going.
Oh, I do love having a collateral. Yeah, sure.
Alrighty, you fashion an improvised spear, and you're gonna go out to a neighboring sort of down the shoreline a good deal, and then swim out.
Like 15, 20 meters down the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll approach cautiously, trying to. Can I see under the water fairly well?
Yeah, you can see pretty decently. It's shallow water, but although there of course is some underwater foliage. Let's see. Alrighty, so you're able to swim under the water and avoid those sort of floating splotches of fungal matter, and get under the underneath the boat and cut the tether for it.
Okay, so I'll cut the tether nearer to the dock so that I can grab a hold of it and pull it.
All right, you do so.
And then I'll just swim back
You've
like 20 meters down the shore.
all right. You have acquired a simple, small fishing vessel with a single square sail.
Are there oars in it also?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. All right, so here's your dagger back, and I'll take my axe back.
Sure thing.
Do we see anywhere out on the water this island?
There's a how How do you calculate the horizon distance of a planet, Josh? Probably too complicated. Assuming he's on the message.
It's just a function of its
It
radius.
it's a question of how high you are.
Yeah, that's sort of the question.
There we got gunwing for.
And anyway, I mean, you're in a lake, a very large lake, but still a lake, so navigation shouldn't be a huge issue.
Do I see any interesting fauna while I'm underneath the water?
Not in particular, vines, lily pads, mangrove trees, that sort of thing.
Any fish?
You looking to hunt for some fish?
Well, I'm just looking to supplement our rations in the future to know if it's going to be a possibility.
Yeah, let's.
I imagine I eat them raw.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're an eel. Eel man. Let's just give me an intelligence roll. See if you can locate any edible fishadudes.
All right, intelligence. Looking to roll under, right?
It would be the d20 plus your intelligence modifier, but it's whatever, it's fine.
So it's a 15 or a 13, depending. Adding, right?
Yeah.
I have a +1 modifier.
Yeah, so that's a 15. So yeah, you can spot some edible fishes.
Okay, I'll note that for future.
Alrighty, so sailing to Garbage Island?
Wait,
Oh,
our
yeah.
plan is to go to Great Britain?
Oh.
Wah, wah.
Wah,
Yeah, no, we
wah.
should. Let's go.
Oh.
Waka waka, but tis wah wah. Just every comedic.
I think
Every-
Patton Oswalt says whackety schmackety do.
Yeah, just every comedic musical sting you have. No, unfortunately, Garbage Isle is not England. It's a much nicer place. So you start setting sail over the Great Salt Lake, as you see that the sort of depth of the lake seems to vary a good deal. So some areas you see like small islands or shallow areas, and at points like the ruins of structures that are still sort of poking out of the water. And and you go on for a good while, traveling westward as you were suggested to, until as you're sailing along, you see a creature poke its head out of the water, a crab man, and it asks, "Who are you?"
See you.
Yes, I know you can
I
see
am-
me. Who are you?
I'm Donko. Are you my friend?
We're travelers.
Yeah, I'm Snapper. Are you land dwellers?
Not all of us.
I like to think of us as relatively amphibious.
Because we're not supposed to let land dwellers pass.
I'll jump.
Why not?
Well, we got a blockade going on.
Why?
Because those guys over in Garbage Island stole the crown. The coral crown, I tells you.
How rude.
Perhaps we could get it back for you. I'll hop overboard and swim around underwater so you can see I'm aquatic.
Yeah. Yes, that would be good. The king would quite like that.
Why would they take your coral crown?
I do not know. It is a item of great worth. Perhaps that is the reason. Or perhaps it is simply to spit in our faces for hunting and eating our lesser crab brethren.
Sorry. So they
Wait,
in addition to stealing your crown, they eat you, or
No,
because
they eat non-intelligent crabs. Is what he's getting at.
ah
the crab
well,
people eat non-intelligent crabs, or
No,
the
the garbage
people?
islanders do.
Okay.
They don't eat eels, do they?
Mayhaps, I'm not sure.
So while I'm swimming around underwater, do I see more of them?
Oh yeah, there seems to be a bunch of different crab people sort of scuttering. You see a ring off in the distance, although it gets cloudy as you try to look further. There does seem to be a number of crab people arrayed in sort of to cordon off an area, as it were.
Now, these crab people, do they taste like crab but talk like people?
Indeed.
Very good.
So the people on Garbage Island are consuming creatures under your protection?
Well, I mean, they're not under our protection per se. But it's a bit weird,
Hmm. Have you asked them not to eat the crabs?
The we they have ignored us.
Okay. What sort of people live on the Garbage Island?
They're mystics of trash,
Hmm.
ruled by the Junk Lord.
the Junk Lord. Now there's a name.
Did the
Dips
Junk
his
Lord
french
take your
fries in
crown?
Instagram.
He has, though he denies it. The liar he is.
We could go over and snoop around for you if you'd like.
Yes. Yes, that would be good. And be sure you report back to me specifically, Snapper.
Snapper.
Does he have any unique features of his carapace?
He is. You can. You don't have a lot of experience identifying crabmen, but you could probably guess based on just like the splotches of color on his carapace.
Okay. We will do this for you.
Excellent. Now go forth and spy upon those treacherous fools.
They'll never suspect a thing.
They'll never suspect the wildly diverse non-crab people of being spies.
For the crab people.
Right.
I mean, to be clear, like none of us look like crabs, right? So
No.
True.
Indeed.
it's okay then. We're totally on the crab people's side until we
Definitely means we can't be crabs then. They're crab spies.
Should come up with a cover story for how we got past the blockade, though.
Maybe we just fought our way through.
Maybe
I
they just
flew
didn't
everybody
notice
over.
us. Yeah.
Some of us have wounds still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I'm wounded a little. I'm not sure.
Yeah, right, because a lot of us took damage last time, I think.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I'm wounded. Yeah, so I got wounds.
As
so
am I.
Can fake
Yep.
it.
All right. All right. So you continue to sail forward until you see more and more so like these patches of floating trash, and then like these piles of trash that stick out of the water until you eventually come across a great big island of trash, and a sort of makeshift set of docks and sort of a trashy mire next to next to sort of a shanty town. You know,
Okay.
your classic sort of corrugated steel, shanties and whatnot, and plywood. As you see the various peoples, as there's lots of boats. There's a number of boats moored there, and various weirdos sort of ambling about the area.
Did
Are they
they
all-
take notice of us? Did
Yeah,
they?
yeah, they take notice of you. Oh, and couple of them, which seems to be the closest you describe them as guards, carrying spears and armor made of scrap metal and rubber tires and such, come out to meet you at the docks. And who are you then? And how did you get past the blockade?
We are mighty warriors who fought our way past the blockade. No crab folk could stop us.
Great deed, in fact, since the crab people. Great you must be, in fact, since the crab people like to simply tear apart the boats from under us, rather than fight.
What have you done to anger the crab folk so?
Perhaps it would be best for you to discuss this matter with the Junk Lord.
That
Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty, so you're gonna go with them to the Junk Lord?
Sure.
Alrighty, so you're escorted through Garbage Town, with its myriad of varied denizens of flymen and ratmen and a couple of little mushroom guys too, actually.
hell yes. Hell yes.
Many of which seem to be wearing clothes made out of black trash bags and duct tape and stuff like that.
They're not purple fungusy. They're like good little mushroom guys.
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
those little red cat mushrooms with the white spots that will totally murder the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I've eaten them before. Amanita muscaria.
I'm not
You
sure.
ate some of my brethren?
Look, I mean, I think that the group is sufficiently diverse that there's nothing you could eat without it being at least slightly weird.
Yeah. We only eat non-intelligent fungi. Fret not.
Do we have a character from every major animal kingdom?
Insect.
Yeah, we don't have an insect.
That's fine.
Or an arachnid, I suppose, since those are technically different things. Goddamn bugs, why can't all bugs just be bugs? They're like, no, I have
Because of science.
I have a different number of legs, and that means something, apparently.
It's all just labels.
Well, I heard at my church that fungus are actually plants and that we shouldn't trust scientists.
Do you know there's no such thing as a fish?
Did you know that whales are fish? Because it says so in the Bible.
You can tell, as I understand it, you can tell the fish sea creatures from the mammal sea creatures by imagining if you were wearing a mermaid's tail, how would you kick your legs?
Yeah,
if it's up and down, it's a mammal. If it's side to side, it's a fish.
Yeah.
I mean, you know who would know the answer to that, though? Daryl Hannah. Star of
Really?
Flash.
Isn't that the
I
guy
see.
that's gone fucking crazy?
No, you're thinking of someone else.
That's
Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hammond,
Yeah.
the guy that used to be on Saturday Night Live in the... No, wait. The Jeopardy thing, right?
I don't know. There was a Flash actor. There was an actor who played the Flash in the movies that's gone fucking crazy, and it's
I think you're thinking of Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
I think he's seen talk about the movie Splash,
oh Splash.
which is about mermaids.
Oh. Well, that seems more
Directed
relevant
by
than
Ron
the
Howard.
Flash.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
fuck, I forgot Tom Hanks is in that movie. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
you were brought. You were brought to the throne room of the Trash Lord, who wears a cape of finely made black plastic and has a scepter with a light bulb on top.
Aww. What kind of creature is the Trash Lord?
The Junk Lord. The Junk Lord is
Junk Lord.
the Junk
No,
Lord.
say it wrong every time,
Yeah,
but different.
the Trash Lord, the Litter Lord, the
The Trash Lord, Litter King,
Mm-hmm.
the Crap Creep. I'm sure I could think of some others.
Anyway, the Junk Lord is actually mostly human looking, which is of course incredibly bizarre to all of you.
Yes.
This is the most
Oh,
freakish.
it's horrifying.
He's the
Oh,
most
God.
most freakish creature you've ever seen in the world.
So hairless.
What's wrong
Ugh.
with his face? It's all flat. Ugh.
Terrible. Truly, he is the Junk Lord.
Oh, God.
Oh, you have broken the blockade?
You could say that.
Is
A
he
temporary
wearing,
juncture?
real quick, is the Junk Lord wearing a coral crown?
No.
Okay.
His crown seems to be made out of scrap metal.
Love it.
So you simply run the blockade. Well, you are braver than most, for those foolish crabs falsely accuse us of stealing their crown.
What kind of crown would a crab even have?
It is their supposed coral crown.
What would you do with such a thing?
If you stole it, which you didn't.
I have no use of such a thing.
Well, exactly. There's hardly anything organic in your domain.
We are purveyors of trash, not of coral.
Who do
Well,
you
know what
think
they say.
took?
One man's treasure is another man's trash.
Mhm.
Not that I know what a man is.
One person
power
thing's treasure is another.
One sentient creature's treasure is another sentient creature's trash.
Or something? I don't know. Anyway. The Uncle Lord speaks. I suspect it is the Arconaut Zekri that has stolen the crown out and made off with it. For he seeks trash, but he does not revere the trash.
Sounds like a dick.
Yeah, he kinda is.
Where does he dwell?
We said he is his most recent encampment, I believe, since we kicked him out is at the top of a twist outside of the blockade.
Do you know what a twist is?
It is a twist of metal from an ancient skyscraper.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Did you, prior to their false accusation, did you coexist peacefully with the crabs?
More or less, mostly a matter of indifference, much like we have with the Batter clans.
Have you seen any purple fungus in your community?
You speak of the blight? We have no blight here.
Blight is what you call it. It's covering a village on the shore.
Yes, we call it the blight. Where are you from that you do not know what the blight is?
We're travelers from a fair distance.
Yeah, all of our fungus is benign.
It's chill.
Chill's a good word. I like being called chill. I'm definitely not blighted. That's for sure.
You must be from the opposite side of the world if you do not know what the blight is. Past even the Haster Sea. The blight is is a terrible creature, not quite fungus, not quite animal. Well, it spreads itself as a great plague upon the land, and hijacking the bodies of those it infects.
That does sound bad. I
What
would
is
never
its
do that.
purpose?
No, other than it is something which has cursed all the known lands of Tharn.
So here's a question. When we say that we hadn't encountered the Blight before, we're telling the truth, right?
Yes, you have not encountered the Blight before.
This area we're in
Okay.
that we crossed into is Tharn, right? Like we weren't from Tharn, right?
Tharn is the name of the planet, actually.
Okay, okay.
So you were...
We know that?
Yes, you would know that.
Okay.
So you're currently on Lake Quarry in the Tor Kavas Basin. And you were basically living in a small upland valley in part of the Lothar mountain range. This will make a lot more sense when I get the hex map for you.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, you guys also have no idea. Your characters actually also have no idea what the fuck any of
Right.
this shit is anyway. So it's sort of diegetic, I
Right.
guess. Anyway, so no, you have not heard or encountered anything like this in your home valley.
The blight seemed to be spreading into the water from that village.
Hope
You and the crabs must be aware.
yes, hopefully it decides that village is enough to eat for now. Oh, there's little that can be done short of a heavy employment of flamers.
That sounds good. Let's do that.
Which I sadly
How-
do not have many of.
Can you get more?
If the trash
How does one procure flamers?
if the trash wills it. Well,
Where does your trash come from?
it comes from they are relics of the past but if you wish to discuss the more esoteric nature of trash, you may wish to talk to the High Mystic.
Not opposed to speaking with a mystic.
So, and of course, acquiring flame aimers would be easier if the blockade aid were lowered and the flea market commence.
So, if the coral crown were returned, would the blockade lower?
Presumably, that's what those crabs aim to desire.
You aren't eating the crabs, are you?
The crab people? No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not that I share the same concern with all other fungus, but it might be that they see. Do you eat non-intelligent crabs? Because they might object to that. You know, hypothetically speaking, we haven't had any sort of dealings with these crab people other than the hostile. But you know, I'm just spitballing.
It just seems an overreaction to set up such a blockade for a crown. Are you sure you haven't offended them in any other way?
I'd imagine how we could have.
If we were to visit this guy on his twist, what excuse would we have for going there?
I do not know. Oh, perhaps you could pose as fellow seekers of vile fortunes.
Okay. Some of us collected some garbage parts, right? That we could maybe say were there to trade.
Yeah, no, we've
yeah.
got some strange chemicals at the very least.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything, but
If you wish to take up this task, as you do seem to be my IT somewhat mighty at the very least. East.
We're
Yes,
all like covered in axes, so you
If-
know.
If you could break the blockade, I shall owe you a great favor.
All right. Do you have some place that we could rest?
You, you, you may set up your own tent and rest on the stable grounds
Okay.
as guests of the Junk Lord.
How much would we heal if we rested?
You'd heal. Well, I mean, it depends on how long you do it, but if you just did like a day, you'd just heal 2d6.
Okay, that would be good for me, probably.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Are we all in agreement to camp?
Sure.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I think I'm down 6, so.
And we'll find out what direction that twist is from him before we depart.
Yeah, it's to the north of your current location. All right, so
Is there just one twist?
there are many twists, but he points you in the right direction of how to identify the correct one.
Okay.
You say we healed 2d6?
Yes, assuming you took any damage.
Yeah.
You're also going to expend one tent, but now you have a place to rest in Garbage Island.
Excellent.
I used up all my good 6s turning up a.
So we all don't expend
Yeah.
it, just one of us, right?
Yeah, just one.
Yeah,
I'm willing to give up mine if nobody else is.
I don't have one.
Oh, we'll use mine.
All right.
Clears up some inventory space for me, at least.
You now have your own little shanty on Garbage Island.
It's all I've ever wanted.
You've come up in the world from being wandering hobos to being squatters. Anyway, so the next day comes as the Sargasso, the red sun, comes over the horizon and lights up the land. Did you want to do anything on Garbage Island before heading out?
I assume we can't shop because the flea market's closed, right?
Shopping is heavily limited because the flea market is closed, yes.
Okay, yeah. We should. I mean, does anyone want to do anything, or should we just take care of this guy?
No, I think we're okay.
All right. No, the twist you're going to is back outside of the crab blockade, so...
Okay, so we need to find Snapper again.
All right, so any plans how you're going to get past that, or are you just going to go out there and figure it out when you get there?
We should just go back the way we came in. That way, we're more likely to run into Snapper. Explain to him what we're doing.
All right. So,
Is there anything we could bring back, maybe as proof to Snapper that we've had some sort of successful infiltration?
We can tell him where we think the crowd is, and we're gonna go get it.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. I was thinking, like, if there was like something the Junk Lord wouldn't miss, but that we could nick and be like, "Hey, see, we entreated with the Junk Lord."
But if we steal trash, we might get in trouble.
That's
mean,
true. That's true.
there's trash everywhere.
But if we nick it, we don't respect it.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's just make sure we run into Snapper, and hopefully he remembers what we look like and all, surface look alike.
Yeah.
I'll swim by the boat so that I'll see their approach.
Alrighty. You sail back out the way you came. Aim as you recognize Snapper still at his post, comes up to meet you. So what do you have to report? You have the Coral Crown? Are they all dead?
All dead? Oh. Boy, you're really bad at espionage. No, you gotta slip in and out. unseen, unsuspected, which is exactly what we've done.
So,
We need safe passage to the twist over yonder where the coral crown is most likely being kept.
By a renegade faction.
Mm-hmm.
all right, I
It
shall
is-
let you
yeah.
pass. But be sure to bring the coral crown back to me, right?
Who is
Well, maybe-
your...
We
Yeah.
can go with us up to the point so we don't have to come all the way back down here again.
Unfortunately, I cannot abandon my post.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But he'll let you pass
That's the important thing.
if you promise to bring the
Yeah.
coral crown to him.
Specifically.
Yeah.
I think he's going to put it on and be the new Crab King.
Yeah, but then we'd have a powerful ally.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Okay.
I'm beginning to see how things go wrong for this party composition.
No,
Yeah, because I feel like I think the most important thing is to get that flea market back up and running and the blockade down. And I'm not sure encouraging Snapper in starting a coup is the way to start trade back up.
I was going to say that the path of least resistance. Let's start a coup.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be.
I
good.
mean, it's not like this adventuring party has ever, or more accurately, these players have ever engaged in any sort of coup-based shenanigans.
right?
Never.
Not
The
famously.
stories I've
Never.
heard.
Not famously so.
Perish the
No.
thought. Perish the thought.
We wouldn't dream of it.
Venice, the thought.
Anyway, so you go out and you sail the lake, going past tumbles and twists of ancient structures and, various bits of flotsam as, occasionally, like a fish will just go out of the water and plop back in or whatever,
Whatever fish do.
Fish shit,
They do that, yes.
the stuff which
Do we
fish
see any
do.
fish folk?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, you eventually come to a great tall twist, probably about 100 feet high. Most of the lower levels seem to be basically bare, leaving mostly just structural stuff. But you see up top that the very top of the structure seems to still have a couple floors that seem relatively intact. You can also see that there is some sort of boat up there that's being suspended on a winch.
Is there a place for us to tie off?
Low down?
I mean, there's like skyscraper skeleton.
Yeah,
we just
you can tie
tie
off to the
around that?
skyscraper skeleton. Yeah, that'd be fine.
You want to send an emissary up?
Gosh, I wonder who that would be.
Donko.
Who's got a good intelligence, good ego?
Who will brave literally any danger? Donko.
All right, go for it, I guess.
So
I
Donko goes forward.
yeah.
Alrighty. You walk out of the boat and and fall into the water.
I'm gonna swim forward to
How-
get some crabs.
How it's like you said, like 100 feet up.
Yeah. Yeah. So you. Unfortunately, you
Does
don't have.
anyone have a grappling hook?
Unfortunately, Donko
I
doesn't
do.
have the swimming skill, so he's sort of swim drowning, but also healing at about the same
Oh.
rate he's drowning.
I'll grab him.
I'll reel him back in. I'll reel him back
Donko
in.
too dumb to die.
Come here. Yeah.
Maybe Gunwick could
we get him
fly
back
the
in the
grappling hook up, and then Donka could climb up the rope.
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah.
Verticality is not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that.
Alrighty, so you fly up to the very top of the twist, right?
Sure.
Alrighty, so as you do that, you swoop up right in front of a raccoon man on a chair with binoculars, who's suddenly frightened
Aw.
and falls off his chair. Like
Oh my
as
god,
he
adorable.
as he
I love.
as he grabs his pistol and starts shooting
Oh.
lasers in random directions.
Did I hook up the grappling hook?
Yes, and he calms down and collects himself as you do so. He's like,
Okay.
it's a raccoon man in sort of this black plastic armor and an eye patch.
Okay. I say, prepare ye, knave, to receive our emissary, and then I fly back down.
What the hell?
I say that's a really cool laser you got there.
All right, so Donko goes up there, and that's your first thing. It's like that's your first thing.
That's a cool laser. Cool laser.
Well,
Oh
I
man.
like your laser.
yeah, yes, and you're gonna be getting a mouthful of it if you don't explain what the hell you're doing here.
You can't eat lasers, silly.
I get the laser if I don't tell you what's going on?
You don't seem like the sharpest tool in the shed.
Donko here to make new friend.
Well, what makes me?
If you give Donko laser, you Donko friend.
I don't think I'm gonna be parting with the laser anytime soon. But
Okay.
if you got some nice artifacts, I might be willing to part with
Crown?
something.
Donko here for crab crown.
The what?
Crab crown.
Crown of crab.
It's coral.
I'm gonna start climbing up in case this goes south.
That's probably wise.
I am too.
Is there someone smarter that you know that could talk about this?
Gunwing, fly back up there.
All right. I perch on a piece of rebar or something.
Yeah. Your emissary is about as smart as an incredibly dull object.
Yeah, well, he takes
Rude.
little face better than most of us, so he gets to go first.
So, can you explain what exactly you're doing here, disturbing me?
Well, we got sent by a bunch of crabs to go spy on some other people, some trash dude. And then they were like, we need trade, and the only way we're going to get trade is by having the crab's crown, which is made of coral.
Ah, that thing. I never cared much about politics. It's always just feud this, religion that, whatever.
Yeah, blah blah, click clack, crabs, I get it, yeah.
Anyway, well, that crown's mine, and you know what they say: if you find it, it keeps it.
Well, we found you.
Well, I also have a laser gun.
Yeah, well, we have a dude who doesn't die very easily, and I kick him into the...
Crab
I kick
crown.
something. Yeah.
What do you kick?
We have a...
Raccoon off the tower, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's kick the raccoon off of the tower.
You're going to
Oh
try
my
to
God.
kick the raccoon off of a tower.
Yeah, that's the first piece of advice I heard, so I'm just going to take it like gospel.
Okay, make an attack roll.
And I'm gonna catch him in a square area of vine.
Make an attack roll using strength
Using
bonus?
strength.
as your bonus.
That's not a great thing. It's 1d20 minus 2. What? Okay. I guess I rolled a 1.
No, you rolled as. You rolled a
We rolled
2.
a 0, yeah.
Can you roll a 0?
Right,
You rolled
so-
a 2 minus 2, that's 0.
I'm sorry, I can't say it again.
You rolled a 2 minus 2, that's 0.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
So, not great.
Anyway, he dodges your swooping easily. He is like here, I don't want any trouble. So, if you want the crown, you're gonna have to give me something for it.
See, that sounds like a lot of trouble, though.
Yeah, but it ain't my trouble.
I mean, we could absolutely make it your trouble.
We're all up here, right?
It's not difficult for you.
Yeah.
I'd say at this point, most of you have sort of made your way up the rope.
So, is there? Well, if we were going to trade, and I'm not saying that we're resorting to that because seems a bit.
To trade.
Won't the resumption of trade on Trash Island improve your lot as well?
Well, I'm exiled from there, so not really.
If you return the things you took from them, you'll no longer be exiled.
I don't think that old mystic would do would be fine with that. And besides, all the stuff I took was awesome.
Why do you want things?
Why does anybody want things? Wealth,
I don't
power,
know.
fame.
I don't. Why do you want things? Do they heal you or feed you?
I don't know. They're sick as hell, though.
That is hard to argue with.
They make you sicker.
I mean, look at this laser pistol. It's fucking awesome, right?
Well, the laser pistol protects you. Do all the things you stole protect you?
I mean, in various ways, I suppose.
All the things you took, yeah. If the crown goes back to the crabs and the trash folk will be at peace. And you will not be in the middle of a blockade zone.
So, to be clear...
Is that not good?
So, to be clear, Anne, you're trying to... So, Anne, I want you to imagine your last character in our Caverns of Archaea game. If somebody came up and said, hey, you should give up that really cool magic item because greed isn't worth it in life.
Yeah, right? That's fine. I feel like these people come from a culture that, like, doesn't do that, so...
Sounds like a sway roll.
Yeah, so... this is going to be a hard diplomacy roll, so give me a d20 plus your ego modifier.
Okay. That's not great. Oh yeah, that's a 4.
He is... He has lived a long, hard life of being a greedy bastard, and he's not about to give it up for a bunch of weirdos who just showed up.
I mean, it was worth a shot.
All right, what about trade? I'll put my chemicals down on the ground. Here's some raw materials.
Yes, this could turn into a couple good gas grenades, perhaps. What else have you got?
It's gonna have to be somebody else.
I've got some exotic chemicals taken from a far off dungeon and hard won through gold and glory. And I'll put those down.
Yeah. It's like, well, these look like the exact same brand as the other ones, but it's still good.
I have random parts, and I just throw random parts at them.
Donko, we really
ask him as hard as possible, please.
The strands of copper wire just sort of bounce off of him. And he's just like, just the fucking dumbest people get themselves into my life. I don't know how this happens. And anyway, yes. All right. So for these chemicals and that junk, I'll give you the damn crown.
Cool.
Good.
Now, if you make grenades, would we be able to purchase them off you at a later date?
Sure, if I happen to run across you and you're giving me a good trade.
I love how quickly CU has cottoned on to the idea of purchasing.
CU has just been deep in his subconscious.
Just been waiting for capitalism all his life.
Deep in his subconscious,
blossoming.
deep somewhere in his subconscious, there has been a sleeping entity within him. And now the sleeper has awakened.
It's just Ronald Reagan.
It rules that every game we play Heretic is just evil. Just the form in which evil
What
takes.
evil? I'm just trying to get better weapons.
You're a capitalist.
Oh, you see, it all
Alan.
just
What's
sort
the
of trickles
difference?
down.
It's a quote from a great cartoon.
That's the best I fucking love that cartoon.
And of course, there's Lemon Demon's Reaganomics song, which is,
Oh yeah. With Reagan makes me.
"Are you unhappy, girl, with this confusing world where everything you earn getting burned?" It's a great song. Anyway,
Very good.
so he accepts the crap you gave him, and he gives you the coral crown in return. It's like, well, that's what you wanted, right?
Do you happen to know where the leader of the crab folk is?
Underwater or something? I don't know.
How did you acquire this crown?
I stole it.
From who?
How?
Well,
From the crab folk?
yeah.
Or did you steal it from the junk lord?
I took it from those crap yahoos.
Okay.
Crab yahoos.
They're a bunch of weirdos.
That's a delicacy.
Don't get
Yeah, I was gonna say.
don't get involved with their nonsense.
I don't
Oh,
plan
it's
on.
far too late for that.
Yeah. What is their nonsense? What do you mean by that?
Just don't.
Okay, cool.
They're-
Next time I see you, I'm gonna kick you off the building. See you later. And I fly back down.
You
He says that to everyone. Don't worry.
Well,
I don't. I'm just saying it to you.
He can try it. I'd be fine.
I think you have to stay.
You
down
want
with the
me to
crowd
try
to
it?
make you feel it.
See if you'll be fine?
Sure, go
Okay.
ahead. Try throwing me off the top of this place.
Okay.
Alrighty, so how do
I'll
you
give
throw
it a
him?
shot. I punch him.
I mean, he'll just let you grab him. You don't have to punch him.
Okay. I'll grab him
And you toss.
and toss him.
Alrighty, you toss him off the side, and you see out of his backpack extends a rotor, which then starts spinning as he then takes
Oh shit.
flight.
And
Fucking
then I'm
flying
going
squirrels.
to shoot a burning ray and burn Rotor off his back.
Oh,
Wow.
You're, well, one, he was doing that. I mean, to be clear, you weren't in combat or anything. He was just
Okay.
you were just double dog daring him, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it."
Okay. This
He can't make
raccoon, he
up names if
frustrates
he's
me.
dead.
Yeah.
All right. That's fascinating. So cool. We're in his tower alone, and we can climb down.
Yes.
Not to ask a silly question, but is there any he left the tower, so is there anything
No.
shiny or valuable in here?
No. He
Steal
comes.
his
We
shit.
can also take our chemicals back.
No. He comes back to the tower, right? Like he flies.
Oh,
and
okay.
Comes back to the tower, like, "Yeah, you thought you could get me. Too clever for that." No, but he does.
Interesting.
But he does seem to have a camp up there on the top of the twist.
What is this dude's
That was
name?
fascinating. Do you have another flying backpack like that?
Why do you want to know?
Could we have it? I'll
No.
trade you grenades.
No.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Fair dues.
his name is Zachary.
Zachary.
Zachary?
No, Zachary.
I love Zachary. I'm just gonna go ahead and say
Zachary.
it.
Your
Yeah.
favorite NPC so far?
I love to hate him.
Spelled like that.
Have I, at long last, finally found my fated rival?
Yes.
Find
just
out
gonna say
after
Immediately.
Find out after
No,
this
I
bathroom
think-
break by me.
he's gonna
think
say
your
that.
rival is the crab man.
He's gonna say that to every like halfway cantankerous person we come across.
I think Snapper is your rival.
Snapper.
Yeah.
We need to find like a.
I just think it's very fun to play a character who doesn't understand like money in a game like this where everyone wants treasure.
Does anyone really understand money?
Like, oh, these shiny gold-colored discs? No, we don't need these. Let's leave.
No. What material utility do these things have?
Yeah.
Activity.
That's a shocking number of people in my home game where they're just like, we're not particularly interested in. I'm like, this isn't it's a gold for XP system, right? And they're like, yeah, no, that's okay.
He's going to be dumb and weak forever.
Yeah, advancement has been very slow.
Come here.
Mm.
Come here.
But they've
You
done
just
a lot
need
of
to, like-
really silly things. So.
You need to put really expensive books in front of them instead of gold.
Alrighty, I'm back. What are you talking about?
Just
The
talking shit
fun
about
of
our players.
yeah, no, the
Our-
fun of playing a character who doesn't understand money.
Or talking shit about our players, not our player characters, huh?
No, as in the players of the games we variously run.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, players, am I right? They're so stupid.
Yeah, like
no.
I had a guy in my Strahd game. He played a rogue. No.
You're the worst.
I want to be clear. I love and cherish all of my players, especially when they do things that make it so that they stay low level forever.
Yeah.
If I didn't have my players, I wouldn't have anyone to torture every week. And where would I be then?
Yeah.
Prison.
Not necessarily untrue.
I guess.
Trying to get it out in an RPG.
There's a chance. I guess I won't say that's not true.
Well, I mean, at least it isn't as bad as playing Magic the Gathering as a hobby.
Oh God, no.
I looked it up just out of curiosity. Do you know how much a competitive standard deck costs these days, Josh?
How much?
$20.
Oh.
I
Oh.
wish.
You.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
I don't know, $120.
I spent way more than that and didn't
No.
build a deck.
No, a standard. So standard, which is the standard format. There are multiple formats.
Right. Right.
So in the standard format, a competitive deck will typically cost you in the realm of $200 to $300.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
If you go to the Pauper format, which only allows common cards, it's the absolute cheapest, which is about $60 for a competitive deck. And of course, as you go
Yeah,
into
I mean,
like,
lots of hobbies are expensive.
of course, if you go into like vintage or legacy decks that are competitive, you need to spend like thousands of dollars.
All that's true, but you can go and buy the trash cards that they sell in bulk and just play with your friends and have fun.
Well, that's
Yeah.
called playing Pauper.
But I mean, that's like $20-$30. You can get those.
But it
now.
doesn't have to be competitive, is what you're saying, right? Like, you
Yeah.
can just have fun with whatever.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'll just do one line of blow. It'll be fine. It's never like that.
I mean, that's the story of my life, man. I've been doing drugs for years, and I've always been able to stop anytime I want.
You just chose never to stop at any point.
I mean, they didn't call it cardboard crack for nothing.
Yeah. That's true.
It's a great game you shouldn't play.
Yeah. Don't play it. Spend way too much money and get the cards that have the aesthetic style you really like me.
Yeah,
Yeah, Streets of New Capenna was a weird 3 months for me.
yes. Because you're a sucker for Art Deco.
I fucking love Art Deco, and I'm like, ooh, shiny cards with Art
Being a sucker
Deco
for
on
Art
them.
Deco
kid
is just
myself.
called being correct.
That's thank you.
I
Somebody
mean, come
understands.
on, Art Nouveau, though. Art Nouveau. It's
Art-
all twisty and curly.
Art Nouveau is great.
Arts and crafts. A little William Morris. Come on, that's good shit.
I mean, the
William
thing is
Morris.
we don't have to choose sides here, right? Like, there's
Have
there's
nothing
no...
in your home which you do not know to be useful, believe to be beautiful.
Was that
William
Morris?
Morris. Yeah.
Ah, shit. I gotta like something William Morris did now.
Why don't you like William Morris?
I read one of his books.
Because he made arsenic wallpaper, whatever. So did a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people poison children with industrial chemicals. It was just the thing at the time.
Well,
It
okay,
was
he
just
was
the thing at the time.
anti-industrialism.
Which is
It's
true.
a really pretty color
Yeah,
green, y'all. It's a real pretty green.
Specifically, I know Josh, since we discussed us just work. Josh has issues with William with that guy's vision of a handicraft-based society, which seems non-viable.
News from Nowhere is a very pleasant book, but a really silly one.
So, all right, I will say between Gustav Stickley and William, maybe a bit Stickley fan. It's not just because he's lived in New Jersey for a long time, as did I. But yeah, I'm arts and craftsman style. It's not the worst thought for the world.
Scales poorly.
Integrity of materials.
All I'm saying is Bellamy actually sat down and thought about what the system would look like and how it would work. And Morris had a nice aesthetic.
Morris designed beautiful wallpaper, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're going back on your boat and going back to Snapper, I presume.
Well, are we going to Snapper, or are we going to try and find the actual leader?
He's our contact.
Crab folk?
He's our connect.
Okay. We are starting a crab coup. Let's go.
Alrighty, so you go back to Snapper. He comes up and he's like, "Do you have it? Do you have it?"
Yes. Will you drop the blockade?
Oh yes, obviously.
Do you have the authority to drop the blockade, Snapper? You specifically?
It'll be fine. Just
Who
where's the crab?
is your leader?
Well, the Crab King, of course.
Can
Could you
we
take us
meet
to
the
your
Crab King? Queen? Crab leader?
Oh, certainly. I just can't abandon my post if I don't have the coral crown back.
I mean,
If
that makes
we
sense.
hand you the coral crown, will you try to take over as Crab King?
What? No.
Well, he's won me over.
I have a question. Does anybody that wear the coral crown become the new king?
That'd be ridiculous. How would a society even function like that?
Put on the crown.
Yeah,
We
put
could-
it on. Put it on. Put it on, Eel
Do
Man.
it. Put it on.
Yeah, I'm aquatic. I'll put it on.
Yeah, that's right.
So you put on the crown?
Yes. Tell him to dance for me.
Dance.
Crab rave dance.
Up and dance.
Fuck! Roll ego plus roll d20 plus your ego modifier.
Okay.
Put that magic spell on me.
I'm in -1 to ego. Whoops.
We're not a charismatic bunch.
9.
Alrighty, so you send out a psychic projection against Snapper as his body struggles against dancing. He's like, "Fool, for non-crabs, its powers are limited. Now give it here, or the blockade will last forever."
Okay, let's have a group huddle.
I just want to shout out, hey, we have the crown. Where's your king, crab folk?
You're not gonna hear us underwater.
Can you stick your head underwater and shout that?
Yes, I could. So, yeah, I'll swim down to the next group of crab people.
All right. Land dweller? Land dweller? Question mark.
Yes. Where's your king?
Well, no, don't say we're land dwellers, because
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm underwater.
Yeah. So, Eric, our king is at the siege base camp.
Couldn't you take me to him? I have something for him. I'm still wearing the crown.
Oh, you're wearing the crown in front of them? All right.
I mean, I'm still wearing. I never took it off.
Oh, all right. They're like, certainly, we'll take you.
I'll go.
Alrighty.
Follow them.
You're led to a underground encampment. Well, not underground, but underwater encampment of crab people. With one notably larger crab that seems to be conspicuously crownless.
I'll swim up to him.
So you show yourself at last, thief of the crown.
I've taken this crown from the thief, and I return it to you. I will take it off and hand it to him. Will you drop this blockade?
For a return earnings the mighty for returning the mighty coral crown, the blockade shall be lowered.
And you owe me one?
Sure, bro.
Okay. Enough for me. Oh, what's his name?
His name is Tide.
Tide.
Oh, that's
Does he wait for a man?
Tide waits for no man.
Yeah, and his
That's
friend
right.
is Time.
Yeah, his friend is time. There we go.
So you've returned.
Did I tell him about the guy?
He shall be punished as appropriate for trying to overthrow the divine this divine monarchy.
All right. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again, mysterious eel man. Alrighty, you have successfully lifted the blockade on Garbage Island.
Yay!
All right, let's go tell the trash or the junk king.
They of course go and confirm that the blockade is indeed lifted, and you shall. So firstly, as reward, you shall be given food to survive off of so long as you're on Garbage Island. So you got your board paid for.
hell yeah.
Cool.
Isn't that what it's all about? Working for food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? That I understand.
That's capitalism.
Mm-hmm. The
It literally isn't.
it's literally feudalism.
I did once do makeup for a Little People of America convention fashion show and paid in produce.
Nice.
The flea market will be able to commence now. The biannual flea market.
Did you
Are they
say
actual
flea
flea
market
people?
wrong?
Are they actual flea people?
There are fleas involved, yes.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
That's cute.
There's a distinct but important difference between the free market and the flea market.
I'm always saying this.
It is the flea market with an L.
Mm-hmm.
And an A.
I don't know how to spin off of that show continuously. Anyway, so the flea. Of course, you can wait for the flea market. You can talk to people around town, get leads. What do you want to do? Talk to some NPCs for some lore dumps.
We love a
some
lore
lore
dump.
dumps.
Yeah. Can we like ask somebody what's up with how the junk lord looks? Are there any other mostly human looking people on this island?
There are a few, but he is one of the kin, an ancient race of peoples, not terribly common around Lake. What the fuck is this place called again?
Lake Quarry.
Yeah, Lake Quarry.
Ah, nice.
Just got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like to go talk to like underwater salvagers if there's any of them.
There are a few, yes.
I could maybe work with them.
Yeah, they don't have, pressure suits or anything, but they do have, like, very basic, snorkeling equipment and improvised scuba bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, I could swim down. I could help.
Yeah.
I could maybe help them out or scout stuff for them.
Oh, yeah.
If they have any leads.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of ruins throughout the lake that are submerged or semi-submerged in nature that have cool goodies in them.
I mean, could they mark some on our map?
Sure.
I promise to give them a cut of the returns.
Sure. They'll give you one. See how trustworthy you are.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, there's lots of trash delvers and fishers and fungal farmers and
Can I talk to fungal farmers?
Sure, what do you want to know about fungal farming?
I was just wondering if Deke wanted to go chat with some fungal
Hey,
farmers about
desperately want to talk to the fungal farmers.
Yeah.
Some of which are fungi.
Mm,
It's mushrooms farming mushrooms, man.
I love it.
Anyway, they are a different breed of fungi from you.
Well, I don't discriminate.
They don't maybe have a human skeleton inside of them. For the most
It's
part.
made of fungus bits. It's just shaped like a human.
I'll try not to hold it against them that they don't have fungus bits inside.
Let's see, what other shit did I have prepared on this damn island for lore bullshit? Did you want to talk to the trash mystic?
Oh yeah,
Oh, all right. So
we love a trash mystic.
The trash mystic is a vulture man of quite elderly character.
Vultures.
And his name is Mortis, as he seems to be meditating in a great sort of amphitheater of trash. What do you wish to discuss with the trash mystic?
Is this? I'm not gonna just do this without checking with everybody else. Is this maybe someone we want to ask about getting to the Cliff of Faces?
Maybe just geographical information.
Mm.
We don't want to reveal our true mission.
Right. Okay. I do want to mention that the blight seems to be spreading a bit in the water, and keep an eye out for that. The Junk Lord didn't seem particularly perturbed.
The blight consumes us all eventually.
Is that... Do you mean that literally?
I mean, probably, yes.
Huh. That's upsetting.
But you see, it is upsetting merely because of your perspective on life. Because the reality is that all is trash.
I mean, one of my traveling companions is called Decay exists as an extant form of life, so yeah. It's an argument I've heard before.
And once you learn to accept that the world is trash, that you are trash, that all is trash, you can be free from the worries of life.
What deity do you worship?
We are the communion of cellophane. We worship of no deity. We care not for the directives of the void minds on high. But truly recognize the nature of the world as an accumulation of trash rotting in the great expanse of space.
Ah, so he's like a Reddit atheist.
I was gonna say he's a deist, but you know. Cool. Do you have any advice for us as travelers new to this land?
Well, it depends on what you seek.
We seek
I
knowledge.
see the biggest sandwich you've ever seen. Where can I find it?
What's a sandwich?
So you take
Yeah,
some food
that's
and you
the
put it in
problem.
between two other things of food, and you make it big.
I don't know. That sounds like a dumb idea. Why not just eat the food individually?
People have no vision.
We seek understanding of the world and geography.
The world is ancient and has seen in the rise and fall of many great empires. The twin basins of Halun, of the Aura Sea and the Torkavas basins, are a layer cake of ruin of all those ambitious men and who've come before us. And you can see all their great works in ruin around you. Their knowledge was great, but terrible. And will lead to only further ruin of all thinking things.
Thinking things survived the past rounds of civilization?
In ever diminished form, I suppose. Of course, the geography here is simple. You are on Lake Quarry. To the north is the Adderlands and the air conflicts. It's in the shadow of the Kasana Mountains. To the south is our great shores of ancient haunted ruins in the shadows of the Tharn Mountains. To the east, the realm curves upward towards the north to further basins, like Lake Shalim. And to the west is the Fallnet Scarp, which acts as the third barrier to the Great Halun Desert.
Thank you.
No problem.
Why did you kick out Zachary? Was it just because he stole stuff?
Mostly because he stole stuff.
And because he's like kind of a jerk?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
He's stealing
I tried to throw him off a tower, but he had a magic floating backpack. What can you do?
He'd steal stuff. He'd crack open ancient trash burials in unceremonious ways, just with large explosives.
Large explosives, you say?
Yes.
Ancient trash burials, you say?
Indeed. I don't know where he gets his artifacts from, but he always seems to have some ancient doohickey that does whatever at any given time. But I suppose it's pretty typical of Arconauts to be a greedy lot, unconcerned with the sacredness of trash.
What is an Arconaut?
One who searches the great arcologies of the past. A few dot this basin, though the greatest, of course, is the capital on Chorus Island.
Okay.
Everybody loving all the proper place names?
I'm furiously writing.
Yeah, except I'm sure I'm spelling them all wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah, there's that possibility.
It's fine. Your characters are only semi-literate, so it's fine. Oh, and I forgot to mention in the nook where the Fallnet Scarp and the Kasana Mountains meet, of course, is Fallnet Falls. The largest trading town in the area, ruled by the sorcerer Mashri.
Is Mashri a good sorcerer or an evil sorcerer?
He is not particularly one or the other. He is not particularly malevolent, but he is also generally unconcerned with the affairs of more ordinary people.
That's typical of sorcerers, right?
Yeah. Yes, it would seem so. Though apparently lately he has perhaps turned something of a new leaf in inviting the paladins from the citadel of Orgalin.
Paladins of whom?
They're paladins from the citadel of
the Citadel
of Dorgalin.
Okay.
They serve the void binds.
Got it.
Time to start another mission.
Yeah, so assuming you don't want to fuck around with this, I need to write up what the shit you can buy in the flea market. So
Understandable.
You don't have anything to buy it with though right now. Right?
Yeah,
you
we're
should-
pretty
you should
pretty
have-
skinned.
you should still have 1 unit of junk left.
Oh, that's right. They probably use junk as currency. I guess I would be interested in learning where the fungal farmers are from, unless they are native to Garbage Island.
They've been in Garbage Island for generations.
Interesting. Are they?
How do they... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Have they been in contact with any other fungal colonies?
So intelligent fungi have come and gone occasionally. But they do not know of any nearby civilizations predominantly of fungal character.
Makes sense.
If you created a fungal paradise, would they be interested in joining you?
I mean, really, I wouldn't know the first thing about creating a fungal paradise. But I guess I'd be interested in maybe learning more about what is they are. What you said that they're farming here, right? Are they?
Yes.
Is that maybe like a traditional thing? Like, how does that tie into the trash economy?
Well, they need to. So So basically, they survive off of a combination of fungus grown from the decomposition of various waste materials here, uh, some forms of farmable seaweed, and of course, lots of fishing. They also do, of course, uncover caches of ancient foodstuffs. Ancient Twinkies. That helps supplement things, and also, of course, makes an excellent export. Otherwise, it's mostly about excavating trash for useful stuff, and then reworking materials that aren't immediately useful into more useful stuff.
Neat.
Is there plant life here that I don't recognize? That's new to me.
It's pretty scrubby,
Okay.
Is there any chance that this fungus comes in like the kind of like flat, like toadstool kind of mushroom caps? Is that kind of what we're talking about, or is it like the chicken of the forest kind of thing, like where it's? What kind of fungus are we talking about?
I mean, I was mostly imagining like mushroom
Talking
farms,
about hen of the woods?
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, if you got like those kinds of mushroom caps, then you could make like a bun out of that. And if you've got 2 mushrooms, then you got yourself the.
Oh,
the top
yeah.
product.
You need like a shiitake mushroom.
Yeah. I need like the biggest mushrooms you got. So let's work on that.
Some sandwich bread-sized mushroom caps.
Yeah. But the biggest.
I feel like you could get shiitake mushrooms that big.
Yeah, you can acquire that. Yeah.
And then you stick some fish in there,
Oh, baby, we got a stew going.
Exactly.
And you have a real kind of gross sandwich.
A mushroom fish sandwich,
Yeah.
raw.
While you wait
Got a
for
strong
a more
umami
delicious
flavor to
sandwich.
it, You let that fish ferment.
Can I collect some of the edible seaweed and like dry it out, make kind of like seaweed jerky that we can carry with us to eat?
Yeah, you'll be able to fill up on rations before you go back out.
Okay.
So, what are you interested in doing next time? Just want to go to?
Oh wow, it's already 10:30.
Yeah.
There's so many places we could go.
I mean, I would be interested in trying out one of the arcologies nearby. That it sounds like that's a great source of both trash and treasure. Not the treasure, not the trash isn't treasure. If any of the trash people are overhearing this.
Talking about the underwater ones?
Well, the problem with the underwater one is that most of us cannot breathe underwater.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is Zachary stole that coral crown, so he may have underwater breathing apparatuses.
That is.
If
true.
we promise him a share of the treasure, also, might be able to.
I feel like if we go talk to Zachary again, I am going to end up shooting him with fire.
I feel like I want to split him in half with a big axe and see.
Yeah. And then you put another creature in the middle, and you've made a hard.
There you go. Then I make a sandwich.
I feel like we should milk him for weapons first.
Yeah, I won't actually shoot him with fire. I'll just be incredibly tempted.
So, is the plan to basically go to Zachary, see if he can give you some, if he can loan you some diving gear, and then go to a sunken ruin to find shit?
If that's feasible, I'm for it. Otherwise, we should plan for something else in case he doesn't have that stuff.
Now, that would be feasible.
Also, we may be able to borrow breathing apparatus from the people who've not been exiled. right?
Oh, they just said they had snorkel stuff, right?
Yeah, their stuff wasn't that great.
Okay.
If he stole that crown, he obviously has some type of means of like going underwater for longer periods of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so that's an idea. All right, so that'll be the plan for next session, I guess. Then, along with buying or at least trying to buy stuff at the flea market.
Hell
Yeah, I so hope the flea market is entirely staffed by like flea folk.
Alrighty. Anything game related you want to talk about before I start ending the stream?
How does XP work? Is this an XP
it-
system or?
Yeah, I'll award it to you next time. It's mostly treasure found, uh, H, damage dealt, and so basically, finding cool treasures, defeating enemies, and recovering artifacts gets you XP.
Okay, so the Coral Crown recovery might get us something.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Hell yeah.
And of course, I'm going to have to reward and a whole bunch of bonus XP for doing all the art. And of course, now you're going to have to do art for Zachary.
I am.
Nice.
Snapper.
I am.
Trash. Whatever.
I
his
also
name was.
I'm gonna draw the Junk Lord too.
Yeah, there you go.
Remember, Zachary has an eye patch.
I noted it down.
He's the coolest.
And I'll probably draw the Mystic just because I, as a human being, vultures. They're one of my favorite animals.
Excellent.
Mr. Right Eye.
His right eye is covered? Did we know
Mr.
that,
Right.
or did you decide that?
I
Just
don't.
ask.
I don't think
Is
he's
it left or
actually
right?
missing an eye. I think
Oh,
he's
he-
just a pretentious little
He's
wrecking
definitely
shit.
he's definitely just wearing an eye patch. But I mean,
It covers
is it
his left
or right?
eye.
Okay. He's Odin! No.
It's just to trick us into thinking he doesn't have depth perception.
Anyway,
Playing the long game then.
alrighty. So I think that's about it for the stream then. Any
Mm-hmm.
parting words for the streaming audience other than like, subscribe, hit all the buttons, give us money, please?
All hail the Junk Lord.
Don't trust strange raccoon men standing on the top of disused buildings.
All
I thought
right.
he was just a guard at first.
All right.